Today on the net, Senegalese rappers leading protests against President Abdoulaye Wade. The Barefoot Bandit, a web sensation in the US. And members of community news site Reddit help save a Kenyan orphanage. This is the latest anthem from Senegalese collective Y'en a marre. The anti-government movement, which means enough is enough, was founded by rappers last year and has won the support of many young people. This song is directed to the president, Abdoulaye Wade, who's running for a third term in office. Members of the movement say this is not allowed in Senegal's constitution. Rappers like KT, Tiat and Fou Malade are behind the revolution, and after encouraging youths to register on electoral lists, they're now urging voters to protest against a president who's been in power since the year 2000. They've led numerous demonstrations in the streets of Dakar in recent months. And this group of musicians are not only using hip-hop to get their message across. Last week, for example, the movement organised a public meeting in the Senegalese capital city centre, where people could tell the presidential candidates about the problems they face on a daily basis. Problems relating to rising food prices, amongst other things. The Y'en a marre collective hopes these types of events and protest songs will help young people become more politically aware. They're also promoting the idea of NTS, Nouveau Type de Sénégalais, meaning a new type of Senegalese citizen, someone who's decided to take control of their future. 20-year-old American Colton Harris Moore earned the nickname the Barefoot Bandit because his crimes were committed without wearing shoes. He was sentenced on Friday to 6.5 years in prison for identity theft, stealing cars, boats and aeroplanes, and possession of firearms. His ability to evade the police for 18 months made him a popular talking point, but he was eventually arrested in the Bahamas in July 2010. His daring flights won him a legion of fans. Dozens of Facebook groups have been set up in his honour, some of them drawing thousands of members. Web users are calling for Harris Moore to be released, hailing his exploits, which they feel made a laughingstock of the police and law enforcement authorities. And if these photo montages and drawings are anything to go by, then some worship the ground the now famous inmate walks on. Twitter has been abuzz with Colton Harris Moore chat. Many have been tweeting under the hashtag Barefoot Bandit, hailing his criminal genius and his remarkable personality. Some, like this web user, even think he'll manage to escape from prison. Several musicians have composed songs about the Colton Harris Moore affair, again proving the young criminal's popularity online. Songs like this one, which look back over the highlights of his crime spree and his incredible ability to elude the police. And although Colton Harris Moore is currently behind bars, some appear to be making the most of his idol status to make a bit of money. For example, there are now a number of websites selling t-shirts with his picture on them. More than $65,000 in donations has been pledged via community news site Reddit to pay for work on a Kenyan orphanage after thieves broke in recently. It all began when someone posted this photo on Reddit last Friday. We see a man with stitches to the face and learn he was attacked by men wielding machetes as he tried to stop them entering the Faraja orphanage. The story touched the hearts of many web users who went on to raise the money needed to buy the necessary materials and equipment to complete a cement and barbed wire wall around the orphanage to protect the children that live inside. Barack Obama is obviously a fan of new technologies. On Monday, a few days after his State of the Union address, the US president participated in a live chat on the social network Google+. Web users have been asked to submit their questions via the White House's official YouTube page. The idea behind the initiative was to illustrate how connected the US president is with the people of America and coincides with his campaign for re-election at the end of the year. Homiegaya is well known for his hidden camera pranks, and in his latest video he dresses up as a speed camera and takes photos of all the vehicles that pass him by. Cars, obviously, but also planes, tractors and even a train. Another hilarious clip from the French comedian, and it's available to see in its entirety on sharing sites.